live at 10.
A possible turning point in the fight for immigration reform. Tonight, the White House has put out a plan detailing a pathway to citizenship for DACA recipients and some who never applied. It would affect almost 2 million undocumented immigrants. In exchange, the White House wants billions of dollars for a southern border wall. Good evening, I'm Jennifer Griswold.
And I'm Craig Negrelli. The Trump administration is calling it a compassionate solution for DACA recipients, including 3,000 here in Nebraska. New at 10, reporter Maya Sines has local reaction.
Yeah, Craig and Jennifer, one College of St. Mary student who has DACA, she says the deal of getting citizenship along with building a wall along the U.S.-Mexico border just doesn't make sense. Jessica Lara has DACA. With it, she's been able to get scholarships and attend the College of St. Mary's to study immigration. She's one of nearly 3,000 Nebraska Dreamers actively working to appeal to the Trump administration to not eliminate DACA and create a pathway to citizenship. Just 2 weeks ago, she traveled to Washington, D.C. to lobby for Dreamers and met with Congressman Don Bacon and Senator Ben Sasse.
We just want to be help to the United States and not harm the United States.
Today, President Trump announced a new plan that would eventually allow Dreamers and DACA-eligible people who never applied to become citizens via a 10 to 12-year path that would include good moral character, work, and education. Along with that deal, the addition of $25 billion to build a wall along the Mexico-U.S. border.
He's going back and forth. So it's just like, I don't know if he's trying to confuse all of us DACA, and then by the time he gets to the deadline, be like, you know what, no more DACA, no more nothing.
Lara wants to legally become an American, but she says not with a plan that includes the wall.
That's like two different things that don't need to be combined.
She says adding the wall would taint the future of Dreamers.
It's like it goes back to the racism. Like if he loves us the way he says that he does, he wouldn't be causing all this racism. Why? Because even though we're DACA students, we have some type of like legal status here, but not like we're still immigrants. We still had to go through all the racism comments that people do. So I honestly do not think he cares.
Now, we did reach out to several Republican lawmakers from Nebraska to get their reaction to the new plan and see if they'd support it. None of them were able to comment before the story ran. Reporting live from studio, Maya Sines, 3 News Now.
On that note, now we have to see if lawmakers are willing to move forward and make a deal. Weijia Jiang has details from the White House.
The White House framework for an immigration deal includes a path to citizenship for 1.8 million immigrants brought to the U.S. illegally as children. President Trump first told reporters about his plan Wednesday evening.
It's going to happen at some point in the future, over a period of 10 to 12 years.
In exchange, the White House wants $30 billion in border security funding, $25 billion of that for the wall. The framework would scale back the visa lottery system and limit legal immigration through close family ties. Democrats bristled at parts of the proposal.
I'm willing to be reasonable and flexible and provide for much enhanced border security and other steps, but there are limits.
Part of the problem leading into the contentious government shutdown, lawmakers on both sides of the aisle said they didn't know the president's position on DACA and they couldn't make a deal in the dark. Senators now working on their own immigration deal are doing it the old-fashioned way, together.
This is the one safe place we can all go to, Susan Collins' office.
Senators at these bipartisan meetings say they're encouraged.
The president's comments that we had coming out of the White House, very encouraging for everybody, and everybody's excited, so I got to get back in.
I think right now it gives us a better sense of where he's at today, and that's positive. It's the first step.
Lawmakers say they're aiming for a deal that includes DACA and border security that will attract 70 votes in the Senate and win the president's support. Weijia Jiang, CBS News, the White House.
Government funding runs out on February 8th. Protection from deportation for so-called Dreamers ends March 5th. Right now, 16 states are part of a lawsuit against the Trump administration, challenging President Trump's decision to rescind the Obama-era DACA program. New York Attorney General Eric Schneiderman filed the lawsuit. Iowa is part of the litigation as well.